Welcome to my channel, Linux for Life. Please help support my channel by clicking the subscribe button below if you haven't already. Today we're going to be covering the chmod command in Linux. Chmod, which stands for change mode in regards to file permissions. In Linux, whenever you create a file or a folder, it's automatically assigned file permissions. For example, if there's say 10 users on a Linux system and user number one creates a file, user number one becomes the owner of that file. So any other user on that system they don't have access privileges to that file unless obviously they've been modified and changed. So that's a basic overview of what file permissions are. And it'll be better if I show you as an example. Say if we list this current directory in long format, when we do this command ls-l, the long format, that's when we get these file permissions. For example, we got the desktop folder here, and these are the permissions. This first letter indicates whether this is a file or a directory. So obviously we know that that's a desktop folder. Folder and directory, they're both interchangeable. If we have a look at this text file down here, we can see that there's no D here, so hence that's a file. The next three characters are reserved for the owner of the file, which you can find in this column here, all the way down. So Shadow AK-47 is the owner of this file, and he has read and write permissions. That's it. The next three characters are designated for the user group, where you can add different users part of like one group. You can create a group and add different users, and then all these users will have access, this access. But here we can see they've only got read access. And the next three characters are designated for any other user on the system. So here we can see this file list output.txt is only readable. Nobody can write to it and execute it either. And today we're going to see two methods of how we can change file permissions. The first is the octet method. So the octal method. Okay, so basically let's compare this here. We've got the owner. If we look at this list output text file, we can see that the owner has read and write permission. So that would equate to, say, 4 and 2, which equals 6. And the next group has just read permission, so that's 4. And same with the other group. So it would be 644. Say we wanted to change the permissions for this file so that every group, like the owner, the group users, and any other group could read, write, and execute the file. So we would basically enter the command chmod. If we wanted all of them permissions, so we would have to add these up: 4, 2, and 1, which equals 777. So we would basically put 777 and then the file name. So the file name is list output.txt. So now if I list the directory again, we can see it's turned green and the permissions have changed. They're all, everybody can access this file. As from before, it was, yeah, you can see here the file permissions have changed from previously. Now, the second method is the symbolic method. First of all, let's go through the syntax, which hopefully will help clear the issue. What you would type is chmod and then enter the reference, and the reference basically refers to which group you want to change, like which section, the owner, the user groups, or the other. So say we want to restrict the third group to just have read access only. So we would select O, sorry, O, and because that refers to this section here now. And the operator, the next part would be the operator, selecting the operator. So now the operator, we can add a plus to add the permission, or we could put a minus to remove the permission. So in this case, we want to remove the permission. And then thirdly, the mode. The mode refers to the read, write, or execute. So obviously we can see that this final group here has read, write, and execute. So we want to remove write and execute. So we would type in W and X, which refers to the write and execute. And then last of all, we would enter the file name, which was list for the text. And we would enter that. So now if we list, we should see this file, the list file. Because see the last field, we've removed the write and the execute options on this file permission. I mean, there, there's a lot more information regarding chmod. All you'd have to do is just type in chmod and help, and this will give you quite a bit of information. Oh yes, one more thing. There are a few options that you can use with chmod. For example, let's list this directory again. I created a directory earlier called test. Now, if we cd into test, we can see that there's 3 files. Now, for example, if we step back out of that directory, we know that there's 3 files in test. And say we want to change the file permission for everything in test. What we would do is we'd say chmod and would use the capital R option, which refers to recursive, meaning like it will change these permissions which we're going to enter into everything contained into that folder. So say 777, and then we will type in test, enter. So now if we go into if we list the contents of test, we can see everything here has full permissions, the owner, the group, and the other group, as compared to previously. Where was it? There, these 2 groups, they never had it. Hope you like the video, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Would really appreciate your support. Also, if there's anything else you want me to cover, anything particular, just leave a comment below, and hopefully I'll do my best to address it. Thank you very much.